So yeah, I mean, I picked this place because it's actually a bar I go to.
It's a cool place. Got a real Canadian feel, actually.
Yeah?
Like this is what some other Canadian bars look like. And it's just sports, but not sports bars, you know?
Yeah.
Just the place you go and watch.
It's kind of like a divey, but yeah.
With charm.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I was gonna ask you, it's kind of a dorky question, but if you had to say a drink that the new album kind of embodies. Yeah?
For sure.
Okay, cool. Where were you guys when you were making it?
In Toronto.
In Toronto.
We recorded it with Jeff McMurray, who's the engineer from the last record as well.
Yeah.
And a good friend of ours, and at this place called Allen Music, which is a big warehouse in Toronto.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's sort of out of downtown, but when you walk out of the building, you can see the Toronto skyline.
Yeah. What is the process like with you guys? Like, what's your average day when you're recording?
I don't know. Usually it's like we start off just recording a bunch of stuff live off the floor, playing, and then we'll just overdub some guitars and stuff like that. This was the first time we've never had as much time in the studio as we did on this record, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Luxury. So we kind of got to, and we also, this is the first time we've gone back to the same studio we were in before. So, and Hallam is this great kind of freaky little place where it's just full of stuff. Like Peter, who owns it, has collected this like wealth of instruments, but half of them work and half of them are broken. So you spend half of your time just sort of plugging in weird pedals and keyboards that don't actually work.
Yeah. Is that what's up on the Arts and Crafts site? There's like
that's our practice space.
Oh yeah? That is really cool.
That's what the record's name is.
Yeah.
That place. In Kensington Market in Toronto. That's right in the middle of downtown.
It's a slick site.
Thanks. Yeah, Dallas designed the layout of the new record as a diorama of our practice space. Like if you can fold it into a block, which actually replicates inside the practice space.
Is he kind of the one who? Because I know with the first album there was the mask. Like is that his thing?
Yeah, he does the die cut design.
Yeah.
He was an art student and he does amazing model sculpture work. And he understands the whole die cut process as well. So he's designed all of our records.
Yeah.
Does most of the visual work for the band is Alice, which is nice.
Compared to when you guys are on the road doing live shows, is that something you enjoy more than being in the studio, or is it? Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah. I don't like being in the studio. I don't find it to be I don't find it to be conducive to making good, energetic, vibey kind of music at all.
Yeah.
I don't like this time. Like I said, we kind of had more time, so we got to be a bit more comfortable about it. But I mean, in a live situation, I've never gotten super hyper self-conscious. Tom Arnold is just freaking out at the Cubs game right now. I'm sorry, but I've never in a live situation I've never freaked out about being super self-conscious about vocals, you know. In a studio, I always end up just having a day at least of just being like I can't sing.
What do you guys like?
So much more in the moment, like in a live situation, which is obvious thing to say, but it's just the better way to receive music. It's the way it just needs to be received.
I mean, a lot of people attribute your band's success to this kind of slow, steady rise. Is that the kind of advice you'd give to an emerging band who kind of wanted to follow in your footsteps?
Well, I would just say the best. It's just good to just keep being a band. It's important to make that art. It's important to persist through whatever stages you need to go through to understand what you want to do, and what distinguishes obvious convention. But I mean, it was just a point.
But was that something conscious or just?
No, I mean, it's just like I've definitely gone through phases where I've been really worried about that or self-conscious about not, like, that I wasn't making artful enough music or whatever. But then, at some point you just realize what a wonderful thing it is to be relating for your job to be your vocation in your life, livelihood to be relating chords sound-wise than a band like us. But it all has its place, you know?
Yeah.
What's important is relating to people, interacting with people who are listening.
Do you get a lot of band interaction?
I'm trying to get more. I mean, I'm trying to, like, be more sociable.
Yeah.
I went through, because we toured a lot.
You guys were at South by this year too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I toured a lot, or we toured a lot through the last couple of records and burnt ourselves out in a few situations. But and so in that case, I'm all like that situation. I tend to be a bit more reclusive.
Right.
I don't talk to anyone after the show.
Right, because you're spent.
Right, or you just want privacy or something.
Yeah.
You want your own space. If you're touring a lot, that's a pretty scarce thing. So. Now I've decided, especially now on this record, this tour is going to be I've resolved to try and be more sociable and just try and have nice conversations with people after shows, because it always ends up being a really good thing. And
right.
You feel good about it afterwards, but there's some part of my personality that wants to retreat from that kind of thing after the show, you know? And then at the end of that kind of tour, I always end up just feeling a little distant from whatever we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
So I want to be more connected.
Is there a moment on Kensington Heights that you're the most proud of, or a moment that's kind of like sticks out for you?
There's a note on Do What You Can Do, the last song.
Yeah.
It's the highest note I've ever hit singing.
Yeah.
And I worked really hard at it, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
I got on this thing about trying to, like, that exertion was like very important, like in terms of what I was talking about, relating to an audience, or like connecting with the listener, like hearing someone exerting themselves is really interesting.
Yeah.
So I started writing like vocal things that I'd never been able to do before, like trying to hit notes that I hadn't. And sometimes succeeding and sometimes not, but always like that. To listen to an example of something. I don't know, most music in a live situation, like you hear the exertion, you know, it works, and you hear people performing, exerting themselves, and that's exciting to see. So that was something that was
you're like the Mariah Carey of rock and roll.
Basically. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you have anyone you like to see live, specifically for that reason?
There's a band called the Reveries in Toronto who do all covers, all like a lot of standards. Like they're part of this group called Rap Drifting. It's a label called Toronto. And they all perform. They do like Sade covers, Willie Nelson covers, Alcohol, Willie Nelson covers, but they're very like specific treatments of those songs, and they're incredible musicians, experimental musicians. But they have this band, they play each with cell phone speakers in their mouths. Like, so there's 3 guys in the band, and Ryan will be singing a song, but he'll have Doug's voice coming through a speaker. And then Doug will be singing as well his own part, but he'll also have Ryan's voice coming through the speaker into his mouth, and then Eric will have Doug's voice in his mouth as well. And then they control his weird wah effects, so it's just like them each singing good harmonies with like coming out of the same source, with their mouths, and then create like.
That's the weirdest thing maybe I've ever heard.
It's really incredible, and like you've never heard anything like it. But I would recommend checking it out. And they're also very free musicians, and like structurally they're really free with what they do. So it's always something new when they perform a song. It's spectacular. I'd recommend going to see them. They're really thrilling to see live. They're just communicating. Like it's an amazing thing to see people communicate.
So I've been geeking out on the Dolly Parton cover with Vice. How did that come about? I mean, it's because you guys are label mates or something that...
We've known Leslie for a long time, and she was friends with We Got Records people who like the women who We Got our own label. And so we've known her for a while, but we were on tour in Europe in like December, and it was this cold, bleak kind of tour, and we were kind of all a little bit depressed, or just not living, not really enjoying where we were at the time. And then somebody sent Dallas a mix CD from Toronto. A friend sent him the CD that had that song, Island of the Stream. On it, it was the first song that Dolly and Kenny did together. And it was just like, at that moment, when you're traveling, you just feel kind of worn down a bit, like more sentimental. Sad. It just hit you in a real way, So we just hit us all well. We all had this tear. And we're moved, maybe more than anyone has ever been moved by it. And so we really decided that night that we wanted to do a cover of it, and then we needed to find the right person to do the duet. And Leslie's incredible voice, and it was obvious, like, we obviously were hitching our wagon to the right rising star. It's like easily the most downloaded song or whatever that we've ever made. So we she was generous with her time and popularity to do it with us, and she loved the song too. It's an easy song, but it was to be uploaded. Her and I are both. It's weird that we recorded at the same album from she just came out and dropped it, It's really fun.
Cool. Alright. I'm gonna get out.